So what did I think about hearing that Tom Brady admits there was a natural tension with Bill Belichick near the end? Well, I figured that, and ego had gotten in the way. The thing about Brady is that he was so great at what he did that it was hard about what you're going to do. Of course, Belichick wanted to go with Jimmy Garoppolo, but how did that turn out? See, the thing about it, there's always that, you know what they say, 9.9 out of 10, but there's always that point one. Brady was at point one. Jimmy Garoppolo, though he was a good, competent quarterback, he had his moment. He could have really made New England paid with San Francisco. Actually, he had the golden goose egg that Brady wanted to go back to the 49ers. And then Joe Mona's trying to spotlight. Sometimes you can't go back to what you want. I'm going back home. He missed Emmanuel Sanders, that wide pass. He never was the same. Patrick Mahomes came back 10-point deficit, won that Super Bowl, and the rest is history. Remember, they had the commercial for Steve Young and Montana. They ignored Colin Kaepernick, and they were going to anoint Jimmy Garoppolo. And how did that turn out? Now Jimmy G is basically a bag man. He's no longer really seen as somebody that is such a threat to anything. So he didn't kind of just wear his wares. But anyway, back to this story at hand. Brady admitted there was natural tension. He admitted that there was a conflict of interest. They went through a lot. And that last playoff game when he threw those bad picks, I think it was against Vrabel in Tennessee? I can't remember who it was. But anyway, off the top of my mind, they looked really bad in that game. That was his last game in New England. Then he went on to Tampa Bay. There was a sense of who's going to be the first one to strike and who's going to make the other one pay. So it turned into a situation where Brady ended up winning big. Went to Tampa Bay, took Gronkowski with him, won the Super Bowl. And that's all it took. Meanwhile, Belichick was stuck with Mac and Cheese Jones, who sucks, who now is on his third team in 3 years. And the Patriots have been dysfunctional quarterback. Drake May might be okay, but they got rid of Belichick, wanted all control. Now he's in college, coaching North Carolina, and I don't care what nobody says. You were so close to breaking the NFL record for most wins and everything, and now you're back in college, which is nothing wrong with that. But when you are a guy of his ego, his mindset, he got demoted and he got dissed. And the only thing I ever wanted was Brady to say, yeah, I stuck it to him, because he did. Because he went to a whole different conference, a whole different team, different mindset, and won. And did it in a big way. And against Patrick Mahomes, by the way. Thing about it is, Belichick, his ego, and nobody really wants to touch him in the NFL.